Hey, if you are new on this channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Jessica. I am the owner and operator of Roundtown Candle Co. I am a small hand-poured soy wax candle business, and I'm based out of a small town in Ohio. So, as I pretty much probably mention every time I post a video on here, my purpose for this channel is to not only document my journey through starting and operating a candle business, but also to hopefully connect with you guys out there watching. Maybe something I post will be helpful, and maybe you guys can comment and offer some help to me as well. One thing I have found since starting this journey is the candle community is amazing. Such an amazing group of people who are kind and helpful, and I've learned a lot from a lot of you. So I'm hoping that I can reciprocate that and maybe have something that will help you guys out. So I'm super happy that you're here watching, and hang out with me while I post. Probably this video won't be too long. It's 100% unscripted, so bear with me. This is a spur of the moment thing. I am currently in the process of pouring my candle tins, and I poured my little tushy off yesterday and completely ran my Digiboil down to almost no wax. So I refilled it today and it's heating up. So I thought, well, wow, that's in the process of heating up and melting that wax down. I would just hop on here and post another video. So today I want to talk about product launching. And for me, that has been a journey. And I say that not really in a bad way, but I battle between, I go from, all right, I'm going to take things pretty slow. I don't want to create any overwhelm. I don't want to take on too many things to where my head is just spinning with so many different products and ideas and all this stuff that I'm just trying to get out there. I want to take it slow so I can focus on each thing individually and make sure that it's good and that I'm happy with it and that I can move on. But at the same time, I battle with, I have a gajillion ideas in my head all the time. New things I want to do different, things I want to add, and all that, the list goes on. So for me, when I started this business, I started with 2 candle jars, the 4 ounce and the 8 ounce, and then I also started with tea lights. So my purpose for that was obviously because I'm starting a candle business, but I mean, what I mean when I say that is, I know I want to have wax melts. I love wax melts. I use them, I've always used them. So I know that's definitely something I want to offer, but I did not want to start into that right out of the gate. And my purpose, my reason for that is this. And I did this sort of guessing. It's not like I knew this going in, because let's be honest, when you're starting a business, it's hard to really know how anything is going to go. But in my mind, I was thinking, well, if I just launch my business first with, these candles and maybe some tea lights and just keep it simple, then I'm going to have the excitement of, I'm a brand new business. I'm making candles. Here's what I've got. Let's be excited, and everybody can try them out. So I wanted to focus on just getting people excited about my business. Now, I did not really let anybody know that I was going to start this business before I started it, other than my very immediate family. I didn't tell anyone. And part of that, I think, was because I was trying to make sure that I was actually going to have the courage to really do it. I didn't want to tell too many people and then chicken out and everybody's waiting on me. So plus, I didn't want the outside pressure. I didn't want to run into someone and maybe they mean well and have good intentions, but they say, how's it going? How are you? I didn't want any pressure. I just wanted to tunnel vision on the business, how to start it, how to grow it, what I needed, and all those things. So I kept it very quiet. So when I took to Facebook and announced to all of my friends on Facebook and family that I'm starting a candle business, the reaction was amazing, and I was super blown away by it. Everybody was excited. People were obviously a little bit shocked because it was really out of left field. And so I just had this immediate buzz going, and I was really pumped up about that. And I let people know ahead of time, but not too far ahead of time. So I just sort of said, you know, hey, this is coming soon. I'll announce a date and the scents that I'm going to be starting out with coming up. Stay tuned. I wanted to sort of capture that and keep people engaged. And so that's what I did. Then I announced the scents that I was going to offer starting out. I announced the day that the website was going to go live. And then I opened my business. So for probably about 3 months, it was just candles and tea lights. And then I decided that I wanted to expand and add wax melts. So let me back up, because during the time I launched in September, the beginning of September. So that's obviously a pretty spicy time for candles anyways, because then you get into fall and then you get into winter and Christmas and all those things. So I started with my 6 original scents and then immediately went into fall collection, and then felt like 2 seconds later, the whole winter holiday collection. So that to me kept the excitement rolling, because I start the business, people are excited, they're buying, and then all of a sudden I say, hey, I've got these new scents for fall, and everybody's like, maybe they didn't do that, but that's how I felt. And then new scents for Christmas, the holiday season, and all that. So there's just been this sort of slow progression of new things and excitement. So that's what my goal was really with starting this out. Was I didn't want to just put all my eggs in one basket and then just hold my basket out for everybody. I want to really make calculated decisions as far as when I launch a new product or a new scent and how I do that, and to keep people, because there are going to be times where, and if you are dealing with a candle business, you know what I'm talking about. You have to keep on the forefront. You have to keep people engaged. You have to keep your business in their mind, because in life and things and all that goes on, sometimes it's easy for people to just forget about you or just not really think about it all the time. So if you have that presence where you are right in front of them and telling them, hey, I have this new scent coming out, or I have this new product coming out, it keeps them where they're constantly thinking about you in some way, even if it's just reading that post. Then they're like, okay, there's going to be a new scent, we'll have to try that out. And it's really worked. It's really worked well for me. So I did the wax melts, and that has been great, and I'm really excited about that. So now I'm going to be adding these tins. And so I'm only doing one size. I'm just doing an 8-ounce tin, and you can see my label on that. That's what my label looks like for it. So I'm doing these tins, and they're going to be released soon. And I'm excited about that, because there again, that's just going to be another something new. We like new things. I mean, you get a new phone every 2 years now. We are always updating and changing and getting new things, and excited about all that. So the same thing kind of goes for the candles. I mean, obviously you can't keep rolling out new stuff all the time, because space and time and money and everything else. But I think at least in the beginning, when I'm trying to get myself out there, I'm trying to become established, and I'm trying to get this following of returning customers, it's been really exciting, and it's worked really well for me to do this, to have this little bit of like a slow progression of new things. So I did the whole fall scent launch. I did the whole Christmas holiday scent launch. And then I got to thinking about it. I don't think that I'm going to continue with these seasonal, launches of, we have spring, we have this, we have that. I think, and I may change my mind, I don't know. I'm sort of just talking these ideas out loud right now, but I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is just, because I do have several scents that I'm excited about and I want to add to the lineup, but they're not exactly collection scents. So I've got a couple, 2 or 3 that I've been testing that I'm absolutely in love with, but they don't really go together as a collection exactly. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is just get my tins released, keep working on my marketing, keep working on all the things that I'm doing right now. And then I'm just gonna occasionally add a scent for the heck of it. You know, it's not really gonna be because it's spring or because it's Easter, or because it's Valentine's Day, or because it's Friday. I don't know, I'm just gonna do them just because. I'm going to do them when I feel like I'm ready to add another scent to the mix. So that's kind of my thought process right now. Again, just trying to keep people engaged, trying to make it to where, you know, if you put everything out there all at once right up front, then what do you do after that? You just have to push even harder on your marketing and advertising or sales or whatever it is. And maybe people have done that and it works. I'm not saying that my way is right and any other way is wrong. I'm just saying for myself, the way I'm thinking about it, that's how I feel. But it's really hard, you guys, because I feel like, I don't know, does anybody else have this happen where you work and, you know, you're pouring candles or doing whatever you got going on, or recording a YouTube video or taking notes or buying supplies or whatever, and then you're finally tired and you go to bed, and then you lay in bed and you just think about different supplies, or maybe I should do this, or maybe I should start that, or I really need to clean up the studio. Like, just sometimes I'm overwhelmed. Not complaining about that, because honestly, I love this. I do not feel like this is work at all. It's just sometimes it's hard to get my brain to stop, to just stop. So working on that one. But I need to be able to control these thoughts, because I get so many ideas and new ideas that it can become overwhelming. And then trying to figure out how I'm gonna space everything apart, as far as, well, if I add this in, when should I do it? And how should I do this? And what about this other stuff? So I have a journal now. Actually, I got the coolest journal for Christmas, and I've designated this as my candle journal. And I am not a journaler. Is that even a word, a journaler? I don't journal. I don't do that. I take notes, and I love Post-it notes. I have them all over my table when I'm pouring or when I'm thinking of stuff and I'm jotting things down. But I decided to designate this journal for these ideas that come into my mind. And that way I don't lose them. I don't forget about them. They don't get lost in the shuffle of everything else. But I can put them down on paper, and then I can go through and sort of prioritize where I feel like I want to go, what direction. And then this way I feel like by keeping these things written down and being able to control, make calculated decisions as to when I'm going to do each thing and how, I feel like that's probably going to be beneficial with keeping people engaged and making sure that my business grows at a steady and consistent pace, rather than me just getting excited and just like throwing all this stuff out there, which sometimes I really feel like doing that. But anyways, that's kind of my thought process today. So it's been challenging for me. If you guys have also struggled with that, with how to launch new products, or when to, or thoughts that just, you know, overwhelming amount of information comes into your mind, I would love if you would share maybe some of your ideas or tips, or how you handle situations like that. That would be really cool just to be able to see, because I love learning different ways of doing things that maybe I just haven't thought about before. So, you know, really, I guess at the end of the day, we're all just doing our best. We're all working hard and trying to build a business that we're proud of, that we love, and there's really no right or wrong way to do it. We can all learn from each other, take notes, or do whatever. A lot of it is just trial and error. But I feel like even in the midst of sometimes those brain tornadoes where it feels like everything is just swirling and scattered and there's just too much going on, even in the midst of all of that, it's still a really awesome adventure right now. I know for me that I'm on. And I love being able to create and inspire and make these things that just make me incredibly happy. And then when I can hand a candle off to somebody else and to see that it makes them happy, that's just amazing. So we're doing the best we can and trying to figure out when to launch a product or when to add a scent or when to change a jar or all those things. It can be crazy, but you know, we just do it at the time that feels right to us. So that's how I do it. Again, if you guys have comments or suggestions, I would absolutely love if you would leave them in the comments. And if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do that. It would really mean a lot to me. So, all right, you guys, it's been fun, and my DigiBoil says 190 degrees, so perfect timing. I'm gonna get back to pouring, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.